Oh wow, this looks great. Why doesn't mine look like that?
Welcome to this episode of TR20 Workshop, where we have a Yamaha R3 2017 sitting behind us, which is a bog stock road bike. So in this video we're going to show you how we turn one of these into a full-blown trick as race bike. So in order to turn said race bike into an actual race bike, you're going to need parts. And you're going to need quite a few parts. You will always be by my side. From the day that I met you, I knew that I would love. So the first order of business, of course, is pulling all that road fairing off and all the other unnecessary stuff that's really going to slow this bike down. So we want to make this thing as light and as good as possible. So let's begin. Already that's heavy. With most of the bodywork off now, got to take the tank cover off, front fairing off, and then we'll be getting into the real stuff. It's a heavy wee thing. Man, they made that really hard to get to, didn't they? Could have just had a plug there. Man, there's a fair old lump, isn't there? And there we have all the road bit. Alright, so next order of business is to remove the ABS system. It's going to be a bit of a job, of course. So basically all this routing up to here, down to the wheel, and then it routes back to the system down here, which is that one there, and then to the rear brake. So we'll start with that. Airbox. Now we got the airbox out, you can see where the lines run down here, down up into here, and then on to these four. So those two are the rear, these two are the front. Alright, so like the next thing, you've got your vacuum bleeder. Makes the job way faster to get all the stuff out of the lines, because it has to go from there up to there and back to there. And so this way, make short work of that. So there's the nice RSV4 braided line actually for the rear brake. Alright, so now we've got all the braided line and everything bled up and feeling good. The next little trick is actually something to do in here. So, and voila. And there we have all the front ABS lines. Being able to move all that piece there and the hoses that go up there, and of course the ABS thing that's just going to sit there and look pretty so it doesn't freak the ECU out. And right, so what we're going to do is remove this stuff first because it's generally loose, so we can Loctite all of these, because every single bolt on an aftermarket reset that you buy is not Loctited, so chances of them coming loose is pretty much your first outing. So I've seen a few people get caught out by that, and it's pretty ugly as well. So make sure when you do buy aftermarket resets is that you Loctite every single nut and bolt that's on them. Don't take for granted that anything's done up tight, and that goes for anything that you buy that's got nuts and bolts on them. Hey everyone, so battery went flat on the camera. Son of a bitch. So basically I'll give you a rundown of what we've been up to with the bike. It's looking really good. Alright, so where do I start? badass new Nitron shock sitting in there. We've taken the little mud guard off, so it makes it way easier to get the shock in and out of when we're doing dry to wet settings. I've got the rear sets all mounted up, got the airbox all back on with the quick shifter fitted, which is legal, and I've also got the race ECU plugged in. All the clip-ons are on. I had to make a little switch because of course the standard throttle had the plug and everything on it, so now we've got the real short action throttle and the start stop switch off the RSV Turuno Aprilia. Brakes are all bled, got the lines all fitted. We've come around to this area down here. You'll see the M4 titanium exhaust system all nicely fitted and looking really pretty. Drilled all the, we actually replaced these because they had a Torx head, which is just really bizarre with the rest of the bikes in Alaki, so they're now 14mm, drilled with the R-clip, same with the sump. And this one's been drilled, so we're just going to put a nice tidy lock wiring on there yet. And if you come around to the other side, we've got the great GB crash covers fitted now. We've also got all the gear and foot peg and everything assembly fitted properly. Got the shark fin, so we've had to drill up into the swing arm and then put a riv nut, so instead of threading a 2mm bit of steel, we can actually screw it in with a 5mm bit of thread, so the riv nuts are really cool. And up in here, of course, with the lowered clip-ons, the steering would hit the dash, so we've had to drill and tap some adjusters in here, so we've got less steering lock, but it's a bit more proper. And I like it that way. Race plugs fitted into the engine. Of course, airbox and everything has to stay standard with this bike, so yeah, about ready to fire up and see how she runs. So first time.
To hurt them, all red lamps to tease them. None of these toys on lease to made the whole year in a week to main chick out of their league.
Sweet. Well, it's running pretty good, like considering that it's the first time it's been started since the entire job began. So I'm really happy with that. That's really cool, and yeah, like it's nice watching the titanium go blue. It looks awesome. Can't wait for the whole system to end up going blue. It'll look rad. Okay, so we're off to our lathe, which is over at the farm, about 15 minutes from where we live, because we don't have three-phase in our garage. So gonna go and turn up we're gonna go turn up the stanchions so I can fit the cartridges into them, and then yeah.
somebody trying to test you. Every day somebody trying to end you. Pull up in the road to arrest me. Pockets overweight, getting hefty. Coming for the king, that's a far cry. Come alive in the fall time. No competition, you don't really listen. In the blue moon slime, bump a new edition. Hustling, can you to set a piece? 20 off the table, cut from Avenue P. Put that ivory in a skinny pieces and she clean it.
Well, now ours does look like that, but better. Check this thing out. Everything about this bike has been a bit of a job, bit of work, but we love building race bikes, and that's where my passion really lies. So I take a lot of pride in building stuff like this and having all the bits there just to make this thing absolutely awesome. It's I love it. Those nice sticky Pirelli SC1s front and rear. All that Redline race oils throughout the bike, fork, brakes, engine. Nitron Race Pro rear shock in the back there with the high and low speed adjustment on the compression as well as rebound. We've got the quick shifter fitted, we've got some nice little stickers there fitted for the swing arm. Cruciata race fairings all on there with their awesome race seat that they've got. his quality of work is awesome for these fairings. And of course I don't have to scallop out this area here like I do on other bikes when we fit the race fairings too, because the low bars, so it's bloody good. Wicked! Let's see how this thing goes on the weekend.